What up? It's your boy T-Burn Reaction. Today is movie and music Monday. This is music half. So I haven't come across this on my timeline, and something I wanted to check out as well too. I don't know, this a husband and wife duo, or it's a male and female duo of producers or music makers as well too. Hold on a second. I'm back. So yeah, anyway, I know they were a male female duo or a husband and wife duo, whatever, called Dissecting Music. And they are looking, they do is dissect old school theme songs in their own way. So I was checking this out. The first one that came to mind firstly was the one for Night Rise. I want to check this out first. See, they say is a way they can recreate it in their own little way as well too, using stock. And it looks like using stock sounds from Logic Pro. So we'll see. I'm interested to see how this goes. If they got some, if it's something I'm going to check out, I'm going to keep on checking out going forward. I'm going to check out some other videos in order of what's released. But other than that, let's get it. Because this is the one that came on timeline first. I wanted to check it out. So let's get it.
The actual instrument is typical of the 80s.
If a synth was ever going to wake you up, I feel threatened.
Okay.
There's a build up there. Go.
Hello and welcome to season 2 of Dissect the Music. My name's NK Soul.
And my name's Roxy.
This is the show where we break down music we grew up loving. The music can come from anywhere. It can come from a TV show. It can come from the charts. What we are dissecting this season is TV shows that we grew up loving. And we are starting with an absolute classic. Which song are we dissecting
first
today?
of the new season.
The show we're dissecting today came out in the UK in early 1983. The show features a man called Michael, who actually had his name changed by a scientist who saved his life after a serious injury that really should have unalived him, and his AI, indestructible Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, whose name is actually an acronym for Knight Industries 2000. Their job was to fight crime and bring about justice. The show's theme song was brought to us by Stu Phillips. Stu was born in 1929 and is an accomplished musician who started out in the record business with his own label, Colpix Records, producing music for Nina Simone and the Monkees, to name a couple, whilst releasing his own tracks, but moved into film and television because, frankly, the contracts in the music industry just weren't that great. By the time this show came out, Stu had already developed a really strong relationship with the show's producer, Glenn Larson. As a result, Stu went on to produce theme songs for all of Glenn's shows, including Quincy, The $6 Million Man, Battlestar Galactica, and The Fall Guy. And just to demonstrate how impactful this show was, in 2021, the show's main character, played by David Hasselhoff, auctioned off a replica version of his super scientific sidekick for $300,000, or about £230,000. Anyway, here at Dissect, we're all about the music. So, today, we are dissecting Knight Rider.
If you remember that theme was so iconic, and reason why the joint on fire by Busta Rhymes was my favorite joint on it because of that song. Let's get it.
Come on, Knight Rider, let's go.
Iconic right there.
Knight Rider.
Wow.
Absolute classic.
Wow,
Absolute
wow,
classic.
wow. So what memories does that trigger for you?
This was Saturday evening,
yeah.
primetime television, a time before the internet and Roblox and Netflix and other things that everyone can watch different things.
Once I gotta check some real quick. I'm back, let's get it.
This was a time where everyone came together and watched primetime television, and this was the show that everyone watched, from what I remember. And that theme song got you ready for the show.
Same as you. This was big time Saturday afternoon, towards the evening. You know, all the other shows are about to come on, your Blind Dates and your Gladiators and all that sort of thing. That's all about to come on. At this time, my mum's usually in the kitchen. Me and my siblings in the
living room. They probably talking about shows that was where they at in the UK, so yeah.
It was a minute and a half of sheer boogie. This song has been sampled about 50 plus times. So Solid had a go.
If you lost it,
Busta Rhymes obviously
Busta
had a
Rhymes
classic with it.
Yes.
Crazy Frog's got a version.
Oh,
Crazy
Lord.
Frog. Yeah.
So it's like a reggaeton kind of vibe.
I remember that.
Where I can't downplay Crazy Frog, but at the same time, sometimes it's cringe.
Sierra actually takes a bit of the melody in her song Echo.
Oh.
System of a Down.
Yup. Wow.
And Timbaland and Magoo had a version.
Oh,
Yes.
yup. Boss Strike remix, yup.
I think that's my favourite,
Yes.
Timbaland and Magoo.
This show really does bring back some really, really amazing memories.
So listening to it, obviously there are a load of elements in there.
At least 5 significant parts. Synths, the guitars, the bass
Yeah.
line, the drums, and then the melody. I'm actually going to have a
the
go
synth is the top
at
one.
playing some of these elements work through the song as it progresses. I've tried my best to find some of these sounds in Logic.
First
So
of all, let's
I
see what
found
equipment they got.
myself a tweed plucked synth I'm going to use to try and recreate that iconic melody in the beginning. I've already done a little bit of maths. I've clocked that the BPM on this is 115.
Okay.
It's going to take a lot of fingering. Pause. I'll have a go at recording it in so that we can get a picture at the end and see how close I was to the original in terms of the sounds themselves. We listen, we don't judge.
Let's
go.
Okay. She cool the hands.
Well done.
Well done,
The fact that you
definitely.
managed to do that on your first take
Yes.
with that BPM, then that's
That's what everybody ate. First take, man. You gotta mutation you gotta take, man.
that's what, do you
That's
reckon
pretty
they
awesome.
used a keyboard in the real
Well, this
song?
is it. Like, I feel like it would be a lot easier on the guitar.
On the guitar.
But I'm pretty sure there are many people out there that have recreated this theme song and used keyboards.
Yeah,
Of course, because
You get 4 bars
electronic sound.
of that melody, and then the bass kicks in. And I love the bass because it's simple, it's deliberate, it's just 2 notes. So Stu Phillips is actually quoted as saying that he's done that intentionally. He wanted to make this song as simple as possible.
Yeah, that was conceived that way purposely so that I would have little snippets from the theme to be able to use, which would make my making deadlines and trying to compose music in
okay.
3 days or something a lot easier, because I would have things, little motifs to go to.
He's gone in with this really simple bass line that has actually gone on to make him loads and loads of money. We were talking about samples earlier. He says that
Money on those bass lines from rap groups who just take the bass line. They don't take anything else. And I'm thinking to myself, Jesus, guys, thanks, guys. I'll take the money.
exactly
Amazing. Less is more. What's the next
Less is
element you
more.
want to add on?
a dance floor bass.
Yep.
Thank you, Logic. Again, recreating the bass line, recording it in, and hopefully it sounds similar to the original.
Ooh.
Iconic.
Right?
Iconic. So simple. 2 notes,
Literally.
but iconic. Imagine becoming a multi-millionaire off 2 notes.
If it's that simple, won't we all do it? So the bass actually does something interesting. We've been commenting that it's 2 notes. He progresses into the tone up just for a moment. And I feel like that just added... that's right. So let me try and put that in.
Yeah.
Roxy.
Right.
It's coming together
It's,
nicely.
it's building up. We're getting there. We're warming up, guys. At this point, the drums are about to kick in. And I'm going to be honest, the complexity in the drum kit, I'm not even going to try and bore everybody to try and figure that out. So what I've done is I've taken the original drums
Okay.
just to see how all of the components I've put in so far,
okay.
how they would fit in
Right.
the end. So this,
Sometimes you gotta do it, man. Just get the original drum. Don't even try. Sometimes, like trying to make it sound like it is tough. That's why a lot of hip hop, they want that same drum as the original, so they'll just sample the drum. Either they gotta stem it or whatever, do whatever. Yeah, it's best to do that.
this is the original drum kit. 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah, it'd be too hard. It'd be too hard to try to do that as your own original. Let's be honest. I don't care what anybody say, man. I don't care if you call it stealing, whatever. It's hard to do, man. You want to recreate it, man. Just leave it as is, man. It ain't broke, don't fix it.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. So that hi-hat release.
Ooh, it's so complex. There's so many offbeats
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
on the onbeat.
right.
a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. And even towards the end there was some new elements of drums coming in there. It was...
Yeah, got the hi-hat release, and then you've got like a random rim shot that happens on the offbeat. Again, it's just adding that extra layer of texture and colour, but the rhythm and the vibe, with all the elements on top of it, you can actually miss that, but it's adding an extra groove without you even realising.
The beauty of dissecting. So when you listen to it individually, then you can catch all these little bits and appreciate it.
Exactly.
So you've got that plucked guitar, you've got the bass, you've got the drums.
Right, so we get the synths now. So this adds the warmth. The actual instrument is typical of the 80s. And the 80s love this sort of electronic kind of vibe that it's like it's supposed to sound futuristic, which is perfect for this show where you've got the talking car.
It's just that my circuits function better when we
It's the
operate in
feeling!
reality mode.
AI is already at play.
Very good point. Good
Right?
point. Yeah.
So the sounds themselves actually speak to the fact that we're moving into a brand new era. So the synth sounds, like I say, they provide warmth, but they also colour in a really futuristic way. Gone in to Logic and found a synth, and it's called
Logic,
80s
okay.
Fuzzy Synth. Doing my best to try and see if this is as similar sounding as possible.
Yup. Close enough.
If a synth was ever going to wake you up,
You got that right. You
It
got
does
that right.
something really interesting.
It's-
At
woo!
this point, the melody is coming in. We'll get to that. The time signature changes when that happens. So just like he does with Battlestar Galactica, he kind of does this 4/4 into 2/4. He dances around with the time signature a bit.
Alright, we're going to have to come back to it later on. I got stuff to do. I'm back. This the rest of this though, I had to get ready because our little man had his second game with T-ball, so we had to go check that out as well too. So I was hoping I'd try to get it finished before that get done, but oh well. Anyway, let's get it.
Time signature a bit. It's not your standard 4/4. It just makes it even more fun. So I'm going to play the chord sequence in that timing.
Shout out to Poppy. Yeah, I'm trying to get into this Poppy thing, so drink a little healthier soda. Oh, gosh. Anyway.
So that by the time the melody comes in, you'll understand the method to the madness.
Might I say this is low-key inspirational. I will say that though. Not sure if I do it as like that, but it's inspirational to watch stuff like this.
I see what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah, just in the middle there with the slight change in the time signature.
Exactly.
Just a temporary little, just to keep you on your toes.
Exactly. Now that we've got the synth laid, we've got the bed for the melody. Now, this is the bit that, even if you forget the name of the song, this is the bit that people are going to sing to remind you. It's the most significant part of this piece for me personally. Let us know in the comments which is your favourite part of the song. I am going to have a go at the melody. I struggled with
the
this
melody.
because I wanted something that sounded just as sharp and as strong as the original. And the best I could do was analog horns. When you hear it, you'll understand why. It needs to be able to pierce through the synths and some of the other instruments.
Right.
And I figured I'll have a go with this.
Yep. Yep.
Iconic.
You can hear now that the majority of the main elements are in. Like in cooking, you've got all of your main ingredients, and then you just need to add some spice, some pepper, some sugar, some aromat, a little bit of Maggi, cinnamon. Basically, the point I'm making is there is some detail that happens throughout the song, and it sort of peppers this melody with, again, a plucked guitar run kind of thing. So I've gone into Logic and I found myself a nylon plucked bass. You hear this sort of run right before the synth bed comes in. and then it's peppered throughout when the melody's there. So this is what it sounds like.
So I remember hearing that in the song. Yeah, it's actually a crucial part. It's a little bit, but it's a crucial. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I love the way
there.
it sort of guides you into the next part of the song.
Right.
So you kind of use it as a step to literally get to...
It's a stepping stone.
Literally.
It's a passing run.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it brings you into the melody, the synth, all the other parts of the song that we love so much.
Any other little elements that come in?
Yes. Again, we have the synth playing a really major part in this song. Again, in the rest, where you'd expect there to just be a break. Stu fills it again with a synth sound just to add a bit more tension and suspense in the song. So you've got the melody, and in the rest, you hear...
So some nice little elements there. Any last little elements to add?
Right at the beginning, you hear what sounds like the whirring of a car. There's a build up there. There's a sense of speed and urgency. And then there's sort of like this atmospheric kind of whooshing sound that's happening. Yep. So it kind of adds like this imagery of this car moving at speed. It's leaving all of the dust behind. And I really like the way those sounds play on the imagination. So I've gone ahead and had a look for some atmospheric sounds. Right, we're going with the Audio Tent Noise Rise. I'm gonna add a future wave, and then I'm also gonna add some chimes. Again, you can hear this sort of thing happening in the beginning.
That little underlying tension that's bringing
Yes.
is absolutely fantastic.
All the elements come together. They paint this really awesome picture of something that's mysterious, but it's fun. It could potentially be dangerous. I see a lot of dark colours around this song. It's also really intriguing. Stu's played really well.
We saw like the theme, opening theme is kind of like, got a dark undertone to the to the viewer as well too. So there's something else to think about that as well too. But yeah, so far this has been pretty cool. I like this.
Instruments of the time and brought it all to life in this really beautiful way. I don't know, I'm going to dare to play all of this together so we can hear exactly how my rendition sounds. So that was a recreation of the Knight Rider theme song using just Logic's stock sounds.
Yeah. Actually, I mean, that sounded quite authentic. In fact, that was brilliant.
I'll probably make a really good karaoke version if you're looking for the Timu version of Knight Rider.
The Timu version of Knight Rider.
So this is the beauty of actually dissecting it. So we've now dissected it ourselves.
Right. Playing it in kind of gives me a newfound appreciation for the song, even a little bit more. Just because those melodies, Stu might think it's really simple, but there's a lot of complexity there with the time signatures, the offbeat, onbeat with the drum kit, the iconic melody that just sticks in your mind. It is so catchy. Playing it in myself, I can see some of the method behind it, how you can take really simple elements, add detail here and there just to bring out a lot of the beauty in a song. Going forward, I'm actually taking some learning away. Like if I ever dare to create a song myself, I will be trying to find these little intricate details that can just colour things in and add a bit more depth to a song.
Yeah. I think actually my favourite part of what you did is actually the little bits you put in the rest.
Right.
So those little elements, the whoosh at the beginning, that little passing run, and they're all essential.
Right.
When you listen to it. As we always do on the Dissect the Music show, we categorise the songs that we listen to. we categorize the songs in 4 boxes, whether it's platinum, gold, silver, or bronze. We want to categorize this song and see where it falls in the pantheon of TV show theme songs. Knight Rider. An absolute classic. The first one of this season. Where would you put Knight Rider?
Gosh, the nostalgia. The smell of mum's cooking on a Saturday afternoon.
You've got to, that all factors in, doesn't it?
I know. But the musicality alone, I mean, for me, this is a platinum song. It's just so groovy, so fun. And the fact that it was so well manipulated by so many people.
Right.
It's fed into the musical careers of so many other people. I feel like this song is a really, really strong one.
I don't think we would get away with putting Knight Rider any lower than a platinum.
Honestly.
Knight Rider is, it's not only
cannot.
iconic, it's
musically
so
iconic.
excellent. It's simple and yet complex. It is one of the most sampled songs of all time. Got to agree with my co-host Roxy. That is a platinum TV theme song.
Yes, it is.
But let us know what you think. And if you like this show, leave a comment,
Definitely
like it, share it. Let us know what you think, what you'd like us to dissect, what you'd like us to break down, and we'll do our best to do that. But as always, this has been Dissect the Music. My name's NK Soul.
And my name's Roxy.
Take care. Peace.
I want to see. Oh, I got more stuff.
Roxy, something's a bit different. What would you say is
You've had your hair done.
So you're going to speak on each bit. You're going to say introduce.
Don't worry about that.
So you're going to introduce each bit.
It would make sense then to just work through the song. That chewing is really annoying.
She's gonna cut me off.
No, I'm not. Not today.
You're so annoying. She can't resist.
I don't know where we
Do I
got
have
to.
man boobs?
No.
No, you're right.
Lord.
Is that what it's called?
I mean, I'm sure.
And we both got the same
Yeah, I
thing.
know. It's always cool. No bum buckle that.
I'm trying to look these folks up. That's why I'm trying to see who they exactly are. Exactly. Dissect the music. I always say MK So Roxy. NK So, alright. See who they are exactly. NK So. She's like I say so. NK Soul himself, he does looks like he's a neo soul, his own little neo soul thing going on as well too. Lounge. He does like he's a DJ, does DJ mixes as well. Probably does it looks like he does sampling as well too. So yeah, nice. Let me see NK Soul music. Of course I have. Of course I can't get it on there. Let's see if I get on my phone to see what he look like real quick. Man, I see what's he hitting for, I should say. This is NK Soul music. Let's see. Is it running enough for a soulful electric sound? Yup. Let's see. Yup. So yeah, he's mostly a DJ, but he makes his own little sounds well too. That's what's up. See the other also named Roxy. What's her name? Roxy. Let me see. They got a tag. They tag her or anything. Yeah, we just want to just so they got a tag or anything. Foxy Roxy, that's her name is, yup. Well, you know, she's a musician herself, pretty much, you can tell. It's pretty much she's a musician as well, too. So, hey, a keyboardist as well, too. Other than that, this was good, though. I definitely want to check out more of these, though. They got a good collection on it. I want to go order. Probably won't do the first one because I know nothing about that cartoon, the raccoons. But they got Thundercat, Chip and Dale, DuckTales, Inspector Gadget. I kind of want to do Inspector Gadget next. I might just jump ahead, just do that in different orders, man. I do my own order though, because I do want to do the Inspector Gadget one. Other than that, if you like more reaction to this, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Shout out to these two though. It's definitely a cool little thing they got going on. Anyway, it's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.